Today we have a really special guest with us, Cindy. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Cindy Wang. I'm actually from Beijing, from China. Right now I'm Chief Marketing Officer of the largest online used car transaction platform, and it's a disruptive online automotive platform.
That's really awesome. So you had a talk earlier. How did your talk go?
Well, unfortunately, I have really two top topics. Yesterday, it was the topics we're talking about. The marketing department is that, and today, my task is to debating: do you need a degree to work in a tech companies? I think both of them are really sad, but I think I did a great job.
So, how was your day so far?
It's great. It's very interesting. I think for the RISE conference, they really put up a lot of interesting speakers and very inspiring topics, especially for young people and also for women in tech.
Wow, you are really awesome. Can you share a little bit more about your company's culture and your vision?
Like, we are a really young technology company, and the root is in China, in Beijing. Where our vision is to connecting you and your dream car, which means we want to do everything leveraging the technology to make the car transaction more interesting, more creative, and more efficiently. And of course, I was working always for international companies, and it is my first Chinese companies for me to going back to home. So the culture-wise, it's a bit different than before. For example, when I was working in Silicon Valley, it is very open, flag organization, and for women, you always have like a lot of opportunities to talk, to share your opinions. Where in China, it is a bit traditional, and it's not, well, I would say like women, we're not like playing as a lot of important role as men still nowadays, but we're changing that. For example, in my company, in my team, because we're marketing department and we're most innovative and creative aspect of the company, I have 70% of women working in my team, and they really have a very great background and international working and education experience, and they're young and they're pretty and they're smart.
Wow, I love that. They're young, they're pretty, and they're smart. I love that. How do you see yourself as a woman leader? I mean, leading a team of such a big group.
I think first you definitely need to have a courage. For example, I spent most of the time working overseas, especially in Middle East and in Europe, and especially in Middle East. You know that a very male-dominant society. So I learned how to survive with your strength and with your courage to fight basically for everything in your life and in work. So back in Asia, I think that pressure is a bit less than like those extreme cases. But still, I think first you need to really be confident, speak, and share your opinions in front of like no matter whom. And secondly, you need to leverage like women's our strengths, to be nice and very high EQ and IQ to communicate. So I think that is something you want to really, it's like key success factors for women to become a leader. And last but not least, be curious in your life all the time, that you can keep young.
Wow, I like that. So, we all love great pitches. Can you pitch about your company to our audience?
I think it's one of the most mysterious tech companies in mainland China. As a young, talented person, you ever want to work for?
Wow. What is the average age of the people in your team?
Myself, I was born in 1980s, but I like people working my team. They all almost like 1990s, after 1990s, so they're super young, like 25 and to 30. So I think those young generation, they have really their own thoughts, and they're really brave, and they have very clear vision to change the society and to change the world. So I really love that.
Wow, that's very awesome. So, what is your personal definition of success?
My own definition, I think that success is not something you want to compare with a hero from. It's not something you want to compare with Mark Zuckerberg or all the leaders or like Elon Musk. I don't think you should call it a success. Success, it is never have a benchmark. As long as you are happy for yourself, as long as you think you're satisfied with all the progress and efforts you have made so far, I think that you can call it a success.
And how important is marketing for you?
Marketing, because I'm working tech company, I think marketing is the eyes of the company, because the marketing department or marketing person always need to have very forward thinking and the most creative mind to bring all the time the new ideas and the sort of the energy to the company. But I think it's extremely important, not only for me but also for the tech world.
Okay, so for you, what is the most important thing that you're currently working on?
I just finished a very interesting branding campaign to put our brand in the latest Transformer 5 International, the movie. So I know it's not really a successful movie, but I think our product placement is super successful.
In Transformers?
Yeah. So if you go to the cinema and watch the Transformer 5, the biggest logo you have ever seen is our company, Uxin. That's so funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that's something we're working on now to make because, well, I need to have like a little bit of introduction of the used car background. The used car transaction, online transaction is something really new business model. I think it's very disruptive because people not used to buy cars or properties online. You can buy like cosmetics or clothes online, right? Because it's cheaper and it's more frequent. So we actually need to educate the market pretty a lot, and that's why we spend a lot of efforts on branding and also educate the market that it is a lifestyle to use the car because it's good for the environment and it's a recycling and economy. And also remember, every transformer is a used car.
Yeah, and you are really very talented. What is the one skill that you value the most?
I think innovative mindset. So I try to keep myself absorbing all the fresh ideas from different people, from different industry, and also from different activities that we're doing. For example, I love traveling, and I travel to more than 90 countries. I think that's a great source for me to be really open and keep fresh ideas, keep fresh mind all the time.
And what is the hardest choice you've ever made being a leader, as a woman leader?
I think it's coming back to China.
Really? Why?
I know, I'm joking. I think the toughest challenge is to keep the talent in your team. I think it's always a challenge for me, because if you think about how much effort when you train a great like young person in your team, right? From knowing nothing to become a really capable manager, and one day he or she will tell you, oh, sorry, I want to go to somewhere else. Then you can be really sad, and you're trying to give him or her all the rational reasons to try to keep them stay. So that is, for me, is a challenging. Always for me, talents, finding and keeping talents is challenging.
Wow. So as a tech company, is there any recent technology, for example, virtual reality, blockchain, are you keeping your eyes on? If so, if you have plans for it to happen?
Yes, of course. For example, our business is actually along the value chain. There is a lot of different aspects. But definitely we're looking into all the new technology, not only the ones you mentioned, but also like machine learning, like AI, VR. All the new technology would add a great benefit to our life.
As finally, for aspiring entrepreneurs, any advice or angle you would like to share with us?
I think you should be always brave to try out new things and don't be afraid to fail. So like the failures will always give you new strengths for your bright future.
Well, thank you very much, Cindy. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.
And you're going off, flying off immediately after this interview.
Yes.
So I really appreciate you. Let's stay connected.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Awesome.